after 5:10. Well, Team ES Racing here have certainly enjoyed their start to the season. They were quickest in the media day. They took pole position at Brands Hatch. They also took a podium finish, their first at Brands Hatch as well in the Vauxhalls. And Louise Goodman has been catching up with the team boss, Chris James, and his teammate, the former Clio Cup champion, Dave Newsham.
Team ES Racing were nothing short of a revelation at Brands Hatch. Dave Newsham piloted his Vauxhall Vectra into a surprise pole position on Saturday and followed that with a maiden podium on Sunday to complete the most successful weekend by far for him and team boss Chris James. How did it feel for you, Dave, showing these more established teams and drivers as well the way home?
It is quite incredible, really, isn't it? I'm still a bit of a rookie, small team. But we've got a sorted car, and that makes a difference, I think. Other guys are still tweaking their cars. Our cars are sorted.
Tell us about that clash with Plato.
He went for a gap that was actually a pit lane exit. So there was never a pass on there.
Let's talk about race 2, because that time, once again, there was a bit of firing off going on, but it was between the two of you, which is just a worse scenario for teammates, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was Dan. I think Dan Welsh had got some contact with a Ford. I think I was coming around, probably blocking Dave's view. Lifted off the brakes, lifted off the power. Sorry, just to avoid Dan. And Dave's come around at full race pace, and it wasn't that big a hit actually. It was just
one of these racing things. If something like that happens, it could have been any of us.
That third place, your first podium, team's first podium in the final race at Brands, that was another moment in an amazing weekend, wasn't it?
It was fantastic. I've just been dreaming of getting on that podium. Get some silverware. I didn't win any silverware last year at all, which was a nightmare for me. But yeah, that trophy's sitting on my desk in my office, and I treasure that for life. The MGTC car is going to get quicker, so we've got to make hay while the sun shines.
The weekend wasn't without controversy though, as James and Andrew Jordan squabbled for the same bit of track in qualifying.
You should have been looking at your mirrors, mate.
And then continued the dispute on Twitter for the next few days.
Most are good guys, and most, everyone, you have a bit of mutual respect, and when someone's with the lights on and flashing the lights, get out of the way, because what goes around comes around, and it's very frustrating to have incompetence like that on his behalf.
I think Andrew would admit as well, you get caught up in a personal discussion and you forget you've got 10-year-olds looking at Twitter and it's regrettable. Yeah, regrettable. But that's done, and I'm sure we're all good friends now. It'll be someone else's turn this weekend to be the bad boy, so they can take the heat off me.
Is it a case of he's the boss and you're the number one driver? How do you feel it works?
I think that's fair.
He's my teammate.
Yeah, we're team. I mean, nobody's. Dave talks to me about the team. We're just. I'm an approachable guy. We're trying to build the team. Having Dave on as a proven driver, as you say, from the Clios, is helping the team. We are massively underfunded, compared to the rest of the pit lane, which has affected both Dave's and I's testing time. But yeah, we've got such a team spirit. It's worth half a second. It really is. You can't buy that.
All the guys are superb. And Andrew Dean is calling the shots on setup and things like that. So he's basically running the cars. Chris is a driver during
at the weekends I can relax to a point.
It is a new team, and as such, it's got a few issues to sort out, but we're getting there. Chris has got a couple of guys, I think there's 3 or 4 of the guys that work for him Monday through Friday in his business, not actually in the race team, and so they get sort of moved sideways onto the race team to do the work in the workshop. The rest of the guys you see around, including the number 1 mechanics on each car, those 2 guys actually are both university students, but the rest of the guys are what we fondly call weekend warriors.
Obviously, you've got a limited budget, but you've clearly invested it wisely when it comes to the car.
The Vectra's independent title-winning car on the top step. So yes, and having the data as part of the package was huge, and it's so far, it's very early, but it's paying dividends.
The pressure's on the bigger teams to be beating us, isn't it, really? If they're not beating us, then the sponsors are going to be thinking, what's going on there? So the pressure's on those, not on us, really. Let's go out and enjoy ourselves, definitely.